Atochin chitab Kalenjin eloikab emet cheitun eng ketesiet nebo Kass TV nesomanun kwane Shadrack Mutai bwat ile eng kila kasitab somok kemiten tuan eng kibagenge eng tetukonoton nebo Mungaret ak Bandaptai. Itagat kanenyu ko Shadrack Mutai eng komalo kenyoru toretet studio sikomuch ketaun tetutiet kobaten ketaunen loikab emet chekaituech eng ketesiet nebo Kass TV. Kakokoita kurset Chief Justice Martha Koome koityi kibagengesiek cheterterchin chebo serikali mising ko chetinyegei ak ribetab imandab kipkosobei koimuch kobois eng kibagenge eng chengetab imanda ak ribetab imandab kipkosobei.
Kenya continues to face profound human rights challenges. We have witnessed extrajudicial killings, we have witnessed abductions, we have witnessed homelessness and forced evictions where people are rendered homeless. We have witnessed entrenched inequality and an alarming rise in cases of femicide and gender-based violence. These are not isolated incidents. These are structural failures of systems rooted in governance gaps. And I believe that is what you have been examining in the last 3 days. If all Kenyans are to enjoy the freedoms our Constitution guarantees, we must confront these challenges with honesty, courage, and a united resolve and ask, where is the broken pipeline? Where is the gap? This gap, we cannot fill it as the High Court. We cannot fill it as the judiciary alone. We need everybody owning the chain link, as we call it, and maintaining the same strength everywhere so that we can succeed in upholding these rights that are guaranteed in the Constitution.
Kakomuch kolos Minister noton nebo ribetab kalyet en emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen ofisaek choton chebo ribetab kalyet chekomiten en emetab Haiti en mwaet kole koimuch kayai boisiet neo nekokochi tekis neo emetab Kenya en kwenutab emoni ak emotinwekab sang. Kong'ololi en kasarta nemuch kotach ofisaek choton ite 230 chekamuch kowekei emoni komwa kole noton ko kaborunet kole tindoi kamuget ofisaek chebo emetab Kenya kokimit ribetab kalyet en emotinwekab sang.
Mpoi, APC Kabiru Benedict, and Corporal Zuve Kennedy, whom unfortunately we lost during the course of this very important mission. I'd like us to take a 1 minute of silence. You look very strong, very, very strong. And we are very happy to see you home. We are very excited to see you home. Karibuni nyumbani. Karibuni sana. Let me thank the leadership of this mission, both your brothers and sisters who are still in Haiti and the leadership. And I want to thank the IG for a job well done, for properly identifying these men and women and sending them to go and perform this duty. I want to thank the National Security Advisor, whose office was very critical in this mission. Of course, I want to thank the Deputy President, who played a very critical role as a Cabinet Secretary for Interior when you are leaving. And I want to thank, of course, for sure, His Excellency the President for his foresight, for his vision, for formulating and establishing this mission, and for his diplomatic work that he has done all over the world to make sure that this mission is successful, and for the work he continues to do to ensure that transition is going to be smooth and that Kenya will be remembered in the League of Nations as a country where a country that can respond to the call for humanity and for shared values as human beings. And among the most respected countries in the United Nations. Asanteni sana, karibuni nyumbani. Wish you well when you go home. Wasalimia familia zenu. We'll continue standing with the families of the brothers and sisters that lost their loved ones, and we will continue standing with them even and remember them even at this very critical juncture. And those who got injured in this mission, we wish them very quick recovery, and we know that they are receiving the best treatment to make sure that they get back to their feet as soon as possible and back to work.
That I would like to mention is that you have acquired great experience. That experience is going to assist us a lot, and Madam Monica Juma has mentioned that this is not the last mission. Ama namna gani? Hii ni ya kwanza, alafu zingine zinafuata. So the kind of experience that you have acquired is going to assist us as the National Police Service. So going forward, we are going to organize with the DIGs that we can have a good number of you. We form a committee so that we can be able to carry out what we call the after action reviews. And then from there now we can be able to borrow a lot as we continue. In fact, we can even get some very good modules for training purposes to train our officers in different levels. So the kind of experience that you have acquired, to me, that is very, very important. Finally,
Kaituyet en betutab raini serikalit neo komiten eng kibagenge ak serikalisiekab counties en dakyinetab kikimit kasuldaetab boisionik en serikalisiek chebo counties. En tuyonoton kaindochin rubeiwotab president Professor Kithure Kindiki koityi kandoichoton kimuch kityakta chepkondok koityi counties en kasarta neyamat neboto kora kikimit sekta noton nebo konyoiset.
It is also important to note that the summit today has decided that every community health promoter in Kenya will be enrolled under SHA for medical insurance, because these are our frontline foot soldiers in the delivery of health, and for them to be comfortable to offer that critical service, the government of Kenya will offer comprehensive insurance for all the CHPs across Kenya, the 107,000 of them, and the cost of the premiums for that insurance will be borne by the national government and the county governments on a 50-50 basis. I think that is an important highlight for today, because these are our frontline soldiers, and we need them really to secure UHC and Taifa Care, and they are doing a wonderful job. Other than the stipend that we've been providing as the two levels of government, again, jointly, on a 50-50 basis, we are going to enroll them under SHA and make them a little more comfortable.
I've had a very cordial meeting as the two levels of government, and the resolutions that were agreed on, as read here, will change a lot of things. For instance, the summit resolution that the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury releases gross payroll costs to all counties by the second and third of every month, second or third of every month, ensures that every county then has money to meet their payroll costs, and that that then allows us to remit all statutory deductions, including SHA costs for staff in the counties, because you know the law requires that SHA premiums be paid by the 9th of every month for service to be enjoyed. So I have nothing much to add. We do agree with everything that has been said as captured in that communique. And as for the matter that I'm sure a lot of you would want to know what government is doing about, the Deputy President will speak to it, the drought situation and the need for mitigation. I thank you.
Kaitlet en betutab rain tutunatan nebo chikilisiet ak kanyoiset nebo konyek nekakisuldaen en sipitalit nebo MTRH neindoin kibagengeit noton nebo Lions Club netokyingei kimuch kikoito kanyoiset koityi tiong'ikab biikab emet neboto kechikil kora chametabgei nebo konyekwak.
Kosubkei ak CEO nebo Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, Dr. Philip Kirwa, kokaisuldae chikilisiet ak kanyoiset ab chong'indo biikab emet eng oret noto nemie nekakiyochi engset noto nebo cataract biik chesire 200 eng kwenutab elibushek chekoitet sipitali notok.
Having started our camp just almost 3 days ago, I've just been given the statistics of the patients that we've so far seen. The first day we saw 895, of which 116 patients had cataracts, and yesterday tarehe 9 tukaona wagonjwa 650 wenye walikuwa na cataract tena naona ni 69, alafu operations ile wamefanya jana ni 50 na nafikiri leo pia karibu 50. So kwa jumla nataka kuwashukuru sana wagonjwa wetu wenye wamekuja, nyinyi ndio wageni wetu, na naamini kuwa wenye wamesaidika watapona, wenye bado wako laini bado watasaidika na watapata matibabu kamili.
Kamwa Dr. Kirwa kole nganda kait let tetutiet notok kotesetai kanyoik eng sipitali notok konyoi biik tugul chotok chemakchingei kanyoiset ak toretetab konyek.
Najua leo ni siku ya kufunga mambo ya camp at the end of the day, but bado tutaendelea kuwapatia matibabu wale wote wameregister leo. So if you are registered between Monday and today, even if you don't get the treatment today, we will continue up to next week. So everybody who has been registered and screened today, up to today, will continue receiving treatment free of costs, bila matibabu yote.
Kubun Aja Shah, Vice District Governor nebo Lions, ak kanyoik alak kokochang'a biikab emet mising chotok chemakchingei toretet kou notok kobendi kotou kibagengeit age notok nebo Lions mornetab MTRH.
We are going to embark on a journey with our dear brother here, Dr. Bat, who is already a Lion member. We will form a Lions Club in MTRH. And because you don't need to do what the other Lions are doing of weekly exercises of donating here, there and everywhere, but for the fact that you already do the donation activities by giving your time when you're doing these operations and other operations, we will organize with permission from the CEO's office that we have a Lions Club within the MTRH.
I was here yesterday and I'm here today, and the masses, the response, the people gathered here, it is encouraging that you responded to the call. Thank you, our Kenyan citizens, for coming. Thank you so much for responding, and we wish you a quick recovery. A quick one, I just want to encourage you that the journey that you have taken to seek medical care at this facility is worth and it's rewarding.
Kaibar boiboiyet neo biik chotok chekonyorchigei toretet mising ko chekokiachi engset anan operations chebo konyekwak mising ko icheket chotok chekotindoi cataract.
Wakati niliona sasa macho moja yoni ambayo mnaona imewekwa alama, nikasema nilikuwa nikifikiria nitafanya nini, lakini vile matangazo yalitolewa ya kwamba kuna matibabu ya kampi ya bure, nilishukuru na nikasema nitachukua huo muda tu mimi naye nije ili niweze kutibiwa.
Tunashukuru sana kwa hii jambo yenye mlifikiria kusaidia wananchi. Watu huko nje tunaumia sana, watu wengi wanaumia juu ya matibabu yenye karama iko juu. Juu ya kwanza nilifanyiwa mwezi wa pili 10 week, wakanifanyia na 60,000, wakaniambia after 1 month nirudi, lakini sikuwa na pesa ingine ya kurudi. Vile nilisikia hii huduma nikasema Yesu ni Bwana.
Nataka kuambia Lions asanteni sana. You can see ile namba ya watu wamekuja hapa, and I'm surprised wengine wametoka mbali. I just talked to a patient ametoka Malindi.
My name is Lion Hussein. I have had a very long journey with my eyes, and I'm legally blind. I have had issues ever since I was about 8 years old, and I have had 3 cornea transplants, 2 on my right eye and 1 on my left. I thank God that after 46 years, this is the first year I have vision in both eyes.
Tetutyonotok po chikilisiet ak kanyoisetab buch kokoisuldae eng kibagenge sipitalitab MTRH, Lions Club of Eldoret ak ketesietab Kass. Kong'eteke taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Miten kamanutiet nebo kerib ak kekonor keswek chebo amitwogik en ole mie asikomuch komanam miondo ak en let komuch kowech noton chametabgei nebo bortab kipkosobei ngenyorun Festus anan ngenyor Sylvester Rono nekusingwong noton en koindo.
Noton ko kurset ak cherset kobun kibagengeit ne naat ko Seed Savers Network nekamwa kole chongindo nebo kaimutik chebo chametabgei nebo biik en emoni ko kosubgei ak amitwogik cheome ichek chemanyolchin borwekwak.
Chakula chetu sio salama. Some research zinaonyesha kwamba 90% ya vegetables zenye tunakula they are not fit for human consumption. Kwa hivyo ni jukumu kubwa pia kwa consumers wote ku make sure kwamba wana mind ile kitu wanakula, na kama consumer tuta worry ile kitu tunakula, tuweze kuchagua vizuri, tuweze kusema hatutaki kemikali kwa chakula. Itawezekana kwamba wale wakulima wanatumia kemikali wataweza kupunguza.
Wanjama ko ofisayat nebo kibagenge noton en emet ak kosubgei ak inendet ko angot ko makirib keswek chekibo sigikyok chebo tai ko en let kotiengei biik amitwogik kobun biik chemakingen ak en let kong'em ichek borwekwak.
Najua nikitaja watu watasalivate, lakini watu wanapenda nyama choma, na ukweli ni kwamba hata kama tunapenda nyama choma, watu siku hizi wanakula nyama choma bila kula kachumbali. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu watu wanaogopa kachumbali iko na chemicals mingi zenye labda mtu anaona nitakula hii lakini baadaye nitakuwa na shida ya magonjwa, tumbo, nini, cancer, all this.
Kosubkei ak noton kotesestai ichek kotuitos kabatik eng komoswek cheterter koker kole katoret ichek kowek keswek choton kibo tai. Kipkemo Arap Langat kobun kebeberta nebo Mauche en Njoro ko agenge en kabatik chekakotoi kokonor keswek choton.
Kosikai kemwa kele kerib keswek anan kewekun keswek chekibo keny ko ngabendi kobetos ot nguni akoi kenyor keswechu ko ui sikobit kenyor. Kokotoretech Seed Savers ak keiku achek membaekab bichoton asikimuch kewekun keswek choton asikobit konyor temik chechok en nguni ak en emoni nyonet komugul kong'eten olda tugul ole kimokyini koit keswechu kemoche.
Kosubkei ak Arap Langat ko bo komonut ribetab keswek choton ak kosom kabatik konamgei eun en konoretab keswek choton, kamwa kole chang kelchinoik chetindoi.
Ko keswechu ko kotindoi madini anan kikuren en Kiingereza minerals. Ongen ale mara en biikab kutit kongen kit nemu ngap kikinet kobo rangiat, kekerangik chebo bandechu kotindoi rangiat mbalimbali. Aba ko rangiat kisikai komuktoindet anan mung'ung'weny ak kokochi rangik ot en chakula kotindoi madini chemotindoi chon ikochalelach chon mara kiboisien. Ot akoi nguni kiimisoni biik chetindoi mara shida nebo mionwogik kou nebo sukaruk ko koboisien bandechuton. Yon kemach iam kimyet iam bandiat chebo chetolelyonen, bandek chetolelyonen anan ko chu biriren ichechu. Komi aina ya nutrients chetindoi age tugul nguni en rangiat non kotindoi. Ako amitwogichu kotindoi kora tuguk somok. Kit agenge kotindoi nutrients anan madini chemotindoi chon iko.
Ng'alalet nebo Arap Langat ko kanyor kosubet kobun ng'omutik en sekta nebo amitwogik cheboto kibagengeit nebo Slow Food ak nebo NACROAT tugul chekosom biikab emet koribengei keswek chemakingen ole kabunu.
Uwe mkulima bali ujue mkulima ambaye anazalisha, na huwa tunasema kuwa kule chakula ambacho unajua kimetoka wapi, kimezalishwa na nani na kimezalishwa vipi. Na ndio maana katika Slow Food naona pale tumeleta pia soko la wakulima ambalo huwa lina saidia sana kuleta mazao ambayo imelimwa kwa njia ya agroekolojia.
Last year I would like to say it is important to save our seeds because seed is life. If you don't have the seed, then you don't have your life. If somebody controls your seed, then they control your life. So we need to be very careful about our seeds because at the end of the day what we are looking at is having a healthy lifestyle.
En choton tugul ko kotigonet koityi chi age tugul nebo koker kole koribengei amitwogik cheame amun en let komuch koik asenet neo en inendet.
Right now everybody is looking at eating well, eating good to have more years. So let's be cautious of what we eat. Let's be cautious of where my food is coming from.
Kongeten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Sylvester Rono ko oret agenge nebo kerib saoset ak komoswek choton mwaat kele kotestai komuch keng'em missing ak kemuch anak yuto tiong'ik cheboto taritik chemiten komosaton en county nebo Nandi kokanyor meng'ik 76 chebo kokwetab Sironoi en kapsisiyu konetisiet ko kibagengeitab International Crane Foundation en ortinwekab kasari chebo kobotisiet nenaat ko Smart Agriculture.
Kennedy Kiplimo, Irene Chemutai ak Mustarus ko alak eng kabatik che konyor kanetisiet nebo ortinwek che imuch koboisien mbaret ne ming'in konyor amitwogik chechang ne naat ko Smart Agriculture eng kasartab kenyit agenge kobun kibagengeitab International Crane Foundation ko oret agenge nebo keyai biik koistoegei kabatisietab saoset koboto muserosiek kosubkei ak necham komenyei kong'onyi komaswek chotok.
Achek korok kenai kebe ng'alekab mbar. Smart Agriculture. Kong Smart Agriculture kikinetkei tuguk chechang che kororon che kiboisien mbaret ne mining ak tuguk chechang production nebo mbaret ne mining ak Smart Agriculture kokonu tuguk chechang.
Kikinete ng'alekab bobat, ko bobat kikinete kele kerichot eng borwekchok. Kikinete kora kele konech kecheng rabisiek chotok che kiboisien korikchok. Konech kora kotech borwekchok anan ko kinga chebo mionwogik alak eng borwekchok.
Kimache kelechi kora biik tugul kararan kemete mbaret olimbo Saos ak kebwa kibat ole meto amun sikemetochi kong'onyot kwaet tangsit ole nyi.
Ko kisomege tugul kebe technology nito kokoit nebo amitwogik sokotoretech eng ng'alekab self-employment kakokonech amitwogik chetoretech eng afya.
Kamwa country manager nebo kibagengeit notok po International Crane Foundation Adan Kabelo kole tokyin neo nenywa ko koro kole karibok saoset ak muserosiek asikotesak kaitetab kong'onyi kole kale kosubkei ak biik che kotestai koba saoset ko kikotestai kwo ng'uny kaitetab kong'onyik.
Our bigger goal is the impact of that training. Our bigger goal is the impact of that training on land, because one of the challenges that we're having as International Crane Foundation is the encroachment of wetlands. Now, how do we get people out of the wetlands? What kind of, activities will make the wetlands be relieved of stress of, people farming there, of people walking there, and so forth? So we engage in a number of activities, including this kind of training, where we are training them to develop alternative sources of food away from the wetlands.
Eng komastanyi komwa director nebo Kaimosi Farmers Training Center Dr. Levi Kachile kole tesetai kokoitoi kanetisiet eng kabatik center inotok po Kaimosi asikomuch kabatik kwai kabatisiet nenyorchin kelchin.
We focus more on the value-added crops. Specifically, they were focusing more on mushroom, and Kaimosi is well known as the center of excellence in the mushroom production. So this has been a very good experience. It has been a very welcoming idea where now the farmers who are going to graduate today have had a great impact, and we are quite sure these are the farmers who can go and make the difference in their communities.
Kongete taonitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Kakesom meng'ik chebo county nebo Bomet missing komuch chemwaat kele koityi mionwogik choton chebo sesenik anan ng'okik komuch komut asikomuch kechanjan indekiletab kei nebo keisto miondo noton nebo ng'okik anan sesenik noton nebo rabies.
Bernard Cheruyot ko minister nebo kabatisiet en county nebo Bomet nekamwa ine kole kakotoige chanjanetab sesenik en komoswek cheterter choton kiywechin kele komiten mionotok nebo iywekab sesenik en county nebo Bomet.
Amanam kora kole en Bomet ketindoi act nekibore Bomet County Control of Stray Dogs ne functional nekiboisien nguni kerutote ng'okik. Ko unfortunate amwochi chekotake ng'okik choton ole pole ak quick recoveries en icheket ngamun our medical facilities are up and running ako kotoretok bichoton eleo. Nanamen last 2 weeks en longisa ko kimiten a stray dog ne uon kisuspecten kele kitindo miondo ko en information kitindoi chiket office ko kiataken at least 2 people ako kisi konyoiset bichoton. Vaccination chebo ng'okik choton chemi village noton kibore Simwaga kotesetai vaccination kivaccineten ng'okik sikoter kora matako spreaden mionyoton koba kiyokik alak. Ako kimoe kemwoe biikab Bomet kelenji ongerib ng'okik cho stray dogs ongeku responsible en ng'okik cho kisimok stray. Ngelosinye stray ko komanda en kong'ung akwo timin. Kimoe kemwoe kele ongerib ng'okik kou kiyokik alak sikotoreti ngami ele toreti akichek.
Karirtaen Cheruyot kit nekamwa kole counties cheemchindos ak county nebo Bomet kotomo kochob ng'atutiet netoreti en chanjo nebo sesenik ak asom counties choton boto nebo Narok ak Nyamira kotoi ng'atutionoton asikeboisien en chanjo nebo sesenik en maket nebo kekirinda mionwogik choton cheinomdo biik tiong'ik.
Kakokileson karanoni en tuguchu bitu en unfortunately kimoe as much as ketindoi that act keboisien en ireyu ko ng'okichu komuche ko cross border. Amoche arichen out to counties alak chemotindo this act ko developen singevaccineten ng'okikyok en ireyu ko vaccineten akichek komomiten influx neyobu counties alak. Amoche siketepsengei biikab counties alak keteben kot kotindo ko motindo kikele kitoretoike ngamun kikeadvansen en chuton en the control of the stray dogs sikebe tugul komie.
Kora kosom Cheruyot meng'ikab county nebo Bomet koker kole kaimong tukwak ak sesenik keyochi chanjo nebo kirindaetab mionotok bo sesenik ak nebo maikutik anan foot and mouth disease.
Nguni kevaccinateni ng'okik ak tuga on different diseases. Ko ngemwa ng'wore kitestai kevaccinateni ng'wore ko as we speak ketindoi ko kevaccinateni 85,000 o kilideni in the country kindoen vaccination. This program of CDP National Value Chain Development Project ko ikone serikali rabinik kevaccinate against ng'wore. So we vaccinated 85,000. We're the leading in the country. Ogo kitoketeni 330,000.
Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Chitab kalenjin choton ko logoiwekab emet cheimuch koitunen ketesiet nebo Kass TV nekasomanun kwane Shadrack Mutai kabaten en studio kokakoit Chebon Kiprop Benjamin ine ko agenge en kandoik chekobelchi ng'echeret noton nebo Senate en lewenisiet neming'in nekotestai en county noton nebo Baringo. Kimoche kenai kit kou lewenisiet ak missing ko ng'alalet noton kotestai kobit nemwoe neranik kole kakoit kasarta noton nekikochi akichek boroindo nebo kondochi emet. Tos ilenenye chitab kalenjin kiweksen komalo ak Chebon Kiprop Benjamin ine kora ko okiliot.